Let's get serious about this. Let's get ready. Hey, are we recording? I believe we are. So today is the day after Father's Day here in the Excited States of America, and close enough to Father's Day, but I'm going to call this the Father's Day Ride. So welcome to Wistful Vistas in beautiful suburban San Diego, California. We're going to try it again. We're going to go out on a ride again. We're going to take the Phantom. Got some fun work planned for the Aprilia today, or sorry, tomorrow or the next day with Kevin and his ZX-10R. I'm not sure that the ZX-10 is on camera right now, but let's go through taking the Dainese Smart Jacket, as they call it, off the plug-in and unplug it, and it flashes to red to say, hey, I'm not happy, I'm not plugged in anymore. Then we have to reach under here, we cover up the charge port again, then we zip that closed, we unzip it, yes we do, we take it off the hanger, catch it on an air chuck, and put it on. I'm going to stand close enough. Let's see if you can see the colors as they go through. Again, I'm going to connect these two metal connectors here. Zip it together. It's a nice, snug, secure feeling fit. And I'm going to zip it up and get those two metal connectors there. And let's see what happens to our flashing. Did I get them? No, I didn't. There she goes. I feel it buzzing. So you've got to do that. There's two that complete the circuit, and you've got to do that. Okay, steady state blue. All right, that's all for a little while. I got to go ahead and finish getting suited up here. So I'll get back to you probably once we're on the bike. Talk to you later. Okay, so that worked. We are recording according to the last test there, and I'm going to try and play around a little bit with the camera angle here. There goes a bike rider right now. Just started out in the driveway. I had a small errand to do for myself personally, and I ripped around on the freeway. You've got to air these bikes out every now and then. I'll let it be known right now, I do not like riding on the freeway, but you've got to do it for a couple of reasons, my personal opinion, and if you agree, disagree, let me know. But reason number one is you've got to air these bikes out a little bit. You can't keep them just rolling around in the lower gears all the time. You got to put some wear on that number 6. And the other is really your own skill set. If you're not out there, and I don't get on them very often, but if you're not out there and you don't get on them, by the way, I love that clear clutch cover. Great job, Dado. If you're not out there and riding on the freeway, it's your first time back out, it can be kind of terrifying. It's probably the scariest, in my opinion, other than heavy traffic in an unfamiliar city. It's probably the scariest place to ride a motorcycle, especially a product like this one. Okay, the cooling fan just shut off. It's a nice cool day here around Wistful Vistas. We're going to play with the camera angle a little bit. Let's see, if I'm like this, I'm going to adjust it just up. It's so hard to tell, ladies and gentlemen. A little more. And let's see how that looks. Tad more. Okay, all right. Love this part. I love watching it go through the warm-up. Racing Evo Ducati. Makes me feel so macho. That's crank it over. And what we're going to do, we're just going to take a short jaunt around and go over my little private Nürburgring. You've heard me call it that before, but indeed that's what it is. I love the roads back up in here. We did our high-speed blast on the freeway, so now we're going to work out a little bit on control and just enjoying the curves, which is my opinion what you should do with curves. And coming from the town, or to the town of Rancho Santa Fe. Righty, looks like we're going to be stuck behind an SUV, but that's okay. We'll have a good time. That driver going straight. Zoop. Love this part. So the USA this past weekend was Father's Day, and that's always a great holiday to me. I'm a father multiple times. Oh, well, what could I tell you? Back when I was young, we didn't have flat screens and so many TV channels to choose from, which left other forms of recreation open. But I would not change a single one of it. Wouldn't do it. Oh, yeah, sing on, Phantom. And I am even a grandfather, so yesterday I had the real joy of being with family and eating some tacos with sons and grandsons and granddaughters. And if you do also recognize that holiday here in the USA, I wish the same for you. Certainly hope you had the opportunity. But let's get back to motorcycle subjects here. I've been kind of offline for a week, and that's because life does intervene. Things that you need to do interfere with the things that you want to do. Coming up on El Camino Real, the Kings Highway. Lovely, lovely place. We're going to make a left turn, try to make a left turn on El Camino Real, and we're going to do it. And this is back in here to my little private Nürburgring. So things motorcycle. Within the next couple of days, Kevin and I are going to do some modifications to the ZX-10R and the Aprilia. We're going to put on some chain adjusters or tension adjusters. I'm not sure the official word for them. So that's fun. I've enjoyed working with Kevin in the man cave, and I believe he's had a nice time too. And it's been fun. I hope I'm passing on, speaking of Father's Day, I hope I'm passing on to him a little bit of the joy and knowledge of using tools and working on machines. Bad luck. We had to road to ourselves. Bad luck. So, oh, they're turning left, but there's a truck up ahead. So, that is coming up. I've done the planning for the 1.5-year ownership of the Phantom, and that'll be coming up as well. That's actually proven to be a more daunting task than I first imagined, because of all the things that have been done to this. And I don't know how to present it. It isn't that I don't know what they are or anything like that. I just don't know how to put all that together. Okay, here's this dude has robbed us of our opportunity to really try to work that corner as much as yours truly can work it. But so anyhow, but you'll see what I mean about this road. My private Nürburgring, is it not beautiful? And just the right day to ride on the Phantom. Not a really warm Southern California day. So the task of putting all that together in some kind of a format, I find rather daunting, and I'm not sure about the right way to do it. I think there are a couple of ways that I could do it. I can either make a list, go down the list, and point all these things out, or I can point out the major ones and put them all in a list or an attachment to the vlog at the bottom. I'm kind of trending towards the latter, because you could end up with a 40-minute ownership review, and I don't want to do that. That's longer than I think anybody wants to listen to me, so don't want to do that one. But working on it. It's coming, I promise. It's been coming for a couple of weeks, and don't exactly know why that is. Rambla de las Flores. Let's go. He's going right, left. Sorry. Let's go right. We'll take Rambla the other way. And so coming to a garage near you soon, or at least to the man cave near you soon. So that's coming, and we'll get that in within the next couple of weeks. So the other issues going on are that I did receive a recall on the Aprilia, the second recall I've had on the ownership of that machine, which has been very, as I remarked on my ownership review of that, has been really very trouble-free and mostly fun. But recall this time, it's still brake-related. The first one was brake-related. The recall this time is also brake-related. It's the front brake pads, which, per the recall notice, may, 25 miles an hour. I'm not too sure we need to go 25 through there, but we will slow down. We'll respect them, because I've seen cars drift over this line. But so the actual fix is they're just going to put new brake pads in it. And the gentleman I spoke to on the phone at the dealership said, yeah, that's what we do. That's how we take care of it. And he said, I have yet to see one in your serial number range. I guess you look at the brake pads and see which ones are installed and decide whether your bike qualifies for that or not. And the gentleman I spoke to at the dealership said, yeah, he has yet to see one that has not qualified. So he checked, and he does have the brake pads in stock. So pretty cool deal. I'm going to get new brake pads out of this. I have no clue if I'm on the verge of disaster, just like last time. No clue whether or not I'm on the verge of disaster because of the recall. Don't feel that I am, but so we'll be getting that done. The sort of bummer part about that is that, unfortunately, I have to go to the official dealer, which is Grand Prix Motorcycles in downtown San Diego. And I don't say that, unfortunately, because I don't like dealing with those guys, which is not true. This is not true. They're very pleasant to deal with, and I'm very happy to have purchased the machine from them. It's just that the ride is a lot less fun than it is over to the dealer that I have do most of my routine maintenance. And they are related in some way. I can't remember what it is, but which is Moto Forza over in Encinitas. So it's just a little more fun ride. It goes along Del Dios Highway. I've vlogged that many times, and it's just a cooler, more fun ride. So what's this fella gonna do? You gotta watch out, watch their wheels, they could pop out. So gotta get that done, and I'll be getting that done on Friday. If all goes according to plan, I'll get that done, and I'll be riding over there on my new chain tensioners. The ride out to Grand Prix is all freeway, and getting off the road, the road that you go up there to get up there, that's what you have to watch out for. That dude could have decided to go around those bicyclists. The road that you have to go around to get up there is it's a real steep up. It's a real test of motorcycle knowledge. The first time I did it, it's a very steep, short little ramp up into the road that goes back into the dealership. So I'm going to take it because it is good for your skill level. But you're sitting there, and getting the clutch slip right is an art. It's a skill, but it's also an art. And it takes some intimate familiarity with your machine. let's see, I love to look at myself in the mirror. Oh yeah, I'm cool, I'm cool. All right, we're going to head back over to another part of my favorite Nürburgring. Yeah, I'm cool. I've just checked in the mirror again just to see if I had lost any cool in that last half block. So, there you are, up to date. By the way, this place sells racing fuel, VP motor racing fuel. I used to put that in my GT3. I told myself I can feel a performance difference. Not sure that I could, but I told myself that. It's expensive stuff. You feel good about it putting it in, particularly with high compression ratio performance engines. That's exactly when you need those high octane levels, which they used to achieve by putting lead in fuel. Tetraethyl, I think, was the actual technical description. But guess what? That ain't good for you, so there's no lead anymore. Not in California. Not sure about your part of the world. And therefore, you got to go to a racing fuel station. Stop a little short. Can't see up the road. Alright, up. I've got to twist my head about 270. Oops. Oh, pardon the language. There we go. That may work out, actually. Every now and then that happens to a motorcyclist. Say a word if you've ever stalled it. And that is that. So let's just sit back and enjoy the ride through here, shall we? Well, I feel embarrassed about missing that stalling the bike in front of all my friends and family. Later on. appears I'm still recording here. We're heading back into my little concentration camp in the clouds, and had a really nice ride this morning. Just the timing and everything wasn't necessarily able to capture it all, but I captured a lot of it, I think. So it was just a perfect day, nice cool day for the Panigale, so I'm not overly roasted. Note on that, for what it's worth, I'm wearing relatively thick leather pants, inexpensive leather pants, and that is what you need to do on this machine. It is literally too hot to wear riding jeans or mesh on. So probably the hottest parts of the year. This will be gathering a little dust over in the corner of the garage. I don't think I'll be taking this one out in August or September, which are quite often are warmer months. But today is low 70s, and as I say, I'm wearing thick leather pants. So that's a note to the heat on the Panigale. Nice and slow here. Now we're rolling along in first gear, which is just so much fun. But I want to wish you well. I hope you enjoyed this little ride. I don't know if this is how it ended or not. I had a different ending planned, but I'm not sure that I'm going to have the battery or the time and patience to do all that. So it could end right here, but if not, I don't have an outro crew. Who is the person that has an oh yeah, Chase on Two Wheels famously has an outro crew. So if you're an outro crew person, hang on. We may do an official outro. Okay, outro crew, I'm not sure how that turned out. I hope it did. I'm not too sure there. I was a little curious, but happy Father's Day. Ride safe.